My name is Chris Holmes. I am the brand director at Marin Bikes, and what I have here is one of our 2018 Wolf Ridge bikes. Now, the Wolf Ridge was many years in development. We partnered with Nailed for the technology. Their technology called React-to-Play is a pretty amazing system in that it isolates pedaling forces from the suspension forces so that you can create a bike that has a lot of travel but climbs like a hardtail and still descends like a long travel bike. We call this bike one bike to rule the ride, and what we mean by that is, you know, in the old days you would have just one mountain bike, and that one mountain bike would be the bike that you would maybe go right up a hill and then go downhill on and do everything in between. You know, in the past few years we've just seen this proliferation of bikes that do, you know, that are very specialized, that do, you know, only cross-country race or only trail or only enduro. What we want to do is kind of go back to the days where you just had one bike. So the Wolf Ridge series pretty much does everything that a bike from XC Trail all the way up to enduro can do. You know, we also say it's a bike where travel does not define the category. And what we mean by that is, you know, so many times when people say a certain amount of travel, they immediately make assumptions about what the bike is all about. With the Wolf Ridge, it's a 160 millimeter travel bike, but yet, again, it climbs like a much shorter travel bike while remaining fully active and able to soak up any bumps and imperfections along the way. And it does it by using this, I'm going to spin the bike around here. It does it by using this, again, the React-to-Play system, which is a modified 4-bar system. Now the swing arm here is actually on a slider, which gives it the kinematics that we're looking for in this design. I'm going to push on the bike and you can maybe see a little bit of how it works down there. If you see the bike static, it's kind of hard to understand what's going on. But as the bike goes through the 160 millimeters of travel, it moves out along the slider here by about 40 millimeters. There's no spring in here, there's no damping in here. It's just a slider to help control the motion of the suspension. Now, I do mention damping. One of the benefits of the system is we can use a very lightly damped rear shock. In fact, these are all set so they're just one click in. And not only that, the shocks are the lightest tune that are offered by our suspension partners, both RockShox and Fox. You know, so many other long travel bikes rely on platform and lockouts and other kinds of gimmicks, essentially, to make the bike pedal uphill, you know, relatively efficiently. We don't have to rely on that with this system. The system is so efficient, you run it wide open all the time. So you don't have to, like, you know, halfway up the climb, you don't think, oh, I forgot to switch my platform on or my lockout on and I've been wasting all this energy. Or on the other hand, you don't think like halfway down a trail, oh crap, I forgot to open up my shock and now that's why I'm bouncing all over the place. The Wolf Ridge, all three Wolf Ridge models have full carbon frame. We buy the swing arm from Nailed. It's proprietary to us. It's, you know, built with our specifications, but with a Marin frame, main frame, so full carbon for all three models. They also feature biometric geometry, and with part of that we worked really hard to center the mass of the rider, and doing so with the system we ended up with an 18 millimeter offset KS post, which is again proprietary for us in this application. The three models are the Wolf Ridge 8, 9, and Pro, again using the same frames but different component spec along the way. This is the Wolf Ridge 8, which features a RockShox Lyric RC fork and a Monarch Debonair rear shock and their new GX Eagle drivetrain. Move up to the Wolf Ridge 9 and you go to a Stans Flow complete wheel set, a Lyric RCT3, an X01 drivetrain, and Deity bar stem combo. At the top of the line, the Wolf Ridge Pro offers a Fox 34 Elite fork, an X2 rear shock, E13 carbon wheels, and an XX1 drivetrain and Deity carbon cockpit. So that's it for the Wolf Ridge. Learn more at marinbikes.com.